again, it's Margaret, and I'm coming at you with a really yummy appetizer, or actually side dish, and that's guacamole. I love guacamole. It's really, really good, it's healthy, and I will tell you, I have kind of made the best recipe ever for us. It's our favorite. It's been perfected. If I take it to a friend's house, it never comes back with any left. I mean, I always know it's a goner when we take it. So I'll tell you a little bit about it and what you're going to need to make this recipe. First of all, I want to talk about avocados. Avocados, yes, they do have fat in them, but it's very much the healthy fat. Today I have 2 Hass avocados, and you know you want to wait till they're smushy. You want to wait not where you can actually push your fingers through it, which you can in many avocados in the store, but just so they're nice and soft to the touch. But avocados have actually 20 vitamins and minerals in them, and they're actually really good for your eyes. They have the mineral in it that helps with eyesight. Also, another thing that we're going to be using is tomatoes. Today I have just 2 vine-ripe tomatoes, and you want to make sure they're pretty ripe. And not so ripe tomatoes, not so good in guacamole. A lot of times I use Romas, but these were beautiful at the market, so I chose to use these. They're so high in vitamin C. Whenever I don't feel well, I always crave tomatoes, and I know it's my body saying you need more vitamin C, and this is just a yummy way to get it. So we're going to use, in this recipe, we're going to use tomatoes. We're also going to use cilantro, and cilantro has, I was doing a little research on it, it has a lot of essential oils that are very good for you, as well as antioxidants, minerals, vitamin A and vitamin C. It's actually packed full of healthy stuff. And I love cilantro. I keep it on hand and I'll just eat it with almost everything. I love it in a salad. I love it any way you can get it. When you see the rich green color, you know it's good for you. I also have fresh jalapenos, which I think are good, and some spring onion. I have actually 2 spring onions. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is just cut my avocado in half, kind of twist that off. This one has a small seed. Just kind of grab the seed with your knife and plunk it out. I like the guacamole to be not necessarily mushy, but more in like dices or little chunks. So I just take it, this is my non-messy way to do it, and I just squeeze it out. It doesn't look that pretty, but it really works and it tastes good. So I get all the avocado out. You can see how easy that came out, and that tells you how ripe it is. Just looks great. One way to keep guacamole fresh, if you're going to make it in advance, is hang on to the seed. Some friends of mine who own some incredible Mexican restaurants here in my town taught me to keep the seed, and after I make the guacamole, just to take the seeds and bury them down in the guacamole with it, as well as always take your plastic wrap and push it down on top. Don't cover the dish, but push it literally so it's covering the guacamole itself and touching it. And that will keep it a lot fresher too and keep it from browning, as well as some citrus, like lemon and lime juice. Okay, this is actually 2 tomatoes that I've cut up, and these are going to mash up just fine. So I've got 2 tomatoes, and they were kind of smaller, and 2 avocados so far. I kind of like that ratio because it's almost like a salad as well, you know, as anything else. Here is some cilantro. That would be a packed cup, or at least a cup and a half, because I love cilantro. Some people do not like cilantro as much as me. That's fine. I love cilantro. I love the health benefits, so I like it. This is a little spring onion. It was 2 small ones, diced up. And then I'm going to add a jalapeno. You know, jalapenos are a mystery because you never know what you're going to get till you get inside. You don't know how hot it's going to be. You don't know if it's going to be one of those that you can put the seeds in, and some of them, and they're no big deal. And some of them will blow your head off. So jalapenos, you just never know what you're going to get till you actually get into the jalapeno itself. So I usually chop one up, add it to it, see how it's going, you know, give it a taste, and then add more. And I have honestly, at one time, I added 2 whole jalapenos, which are really more like adding 2 bell peppers. Gave up and got out the red cayenne pepper and added that. So, because I like a little heat to my I just like a little heat. I like things spicier than my daughter and I are the spicy ones in the family. We love hot food. We like spicy food. Like, I would definitely add a lot more seeds. But my husband is not a hot food person, so he likes it maybe a little bit hot, but not so much. So I have to behave when I'm cooking if it's not just me that's going to eat the dish. So this is I'm going to go ahead. This one doesn't feel very hot. No, it's not. So I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of this and probably a shot or two of cayenne pepper. You can use the red pepper flakes, but I think it's an easier blend and it will become better distributed if you use the ground cayenne pepper. I just think it'll mix together kind of better. So I'm just roughly cutting the jalapeno, adding that in. Then I'm going to add some garlic. So we've got our salt and pepper, and then I like to put a little citrus in it, as I said earlier, to keep it bright and keep the color of the avocados from darkening. I had 2 little pieces of lime, which I'm going to put in. And I've got a big old pretty lemon here. I'm going to put some of that in. Lemon is just such a bright, fresh flavor. I love lemon. And the citrus will help to keep it from darkening. So let's give it a stir. Now, this is something that I do sometimes, and it adds a layer of flavor, another layer that's really good, and you can do it either way. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, the colors are so pretty. And you can keep it raw and stop right here. And literally, it will be fresh, it will be bright, it will be delicious. It will be a great appetizer to serve, or I like to eat it as a topper on my salad. I really like to eat salads a lot, and I eat hummus with my salad, and I also eat guacamole with my salad, just because it gives you more to choose from. So this is just so pretty. Now you can stop here, or you can take an organic salsa from the market and add some of that. If you're doing raw vegan, then stop here. If you're okay with a little vegan or vegetarian that's not raw, then take about 2 tablespoons of salsa. And I picked an organic salsa, and I like a chipotle flavor because I love that, just that deliciousness. It's almost like a smoky, hearty flavor to the guacamole. And you can serve this several different ways. You could serve it with slices of cucumber. You could serve it with just some celery like I have here. And then I always buy a gluten-free chip. The one that I currently have has brown rice, flax seeds, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, and quinoa. So it's all gluten. I always pick a gluten-free chip. So just because I like that, I like the taste, and I don't want the gluten. So here we have it. It's beautiful. It's delicious. Look at the color. Isn't that great? Let's see how it tastes. Just going to take a little bite here. I love this dish. I keep it around a lot. I don't taste any jalapeno, so I'm going to add a little bit of cayenne. Don't tell my husband. But it's good because it kicks it up a whole nother layer. And I love that freshness. But this is a great appetizer to take. As I said, to keep it fresh, put the seeds back in there.